Hi everyone and welcome so much to this video. I wanted to do a quick update today on the messages I've been receiving as to what has been going on over the last days, week, and how it's important for what we're moving into now. Always, and I know I've said this many times before and I will probably say it many times again, as always, take what resonates and discard the rest. My intention and my hope for you with the videos I make is that it can help you to come more into your own power, to align more with who you are. That means that if it's something that doesn't resonate, you don't try to make your life fit into what I'm saying. You take what I'm saying, you take, whether it's channeled or whether it's something I have experienced that I share, and you see if it's something that resonates for you within. If it's something that can give you more clarity as to what you have been or are experiencing, that can give you a new perspective on how to look at something, it can bring more awareness to what you're experiencing energetically, physically, emotionally, mentally. Because everything, there's so many things going on. There's so many things playing out in the physical experience, both in our own being and on the world stage. And then there's all these energetic things that are going on at the same time. And in so many layers. And then we have all relations and we have everything going on in our lives. And it's so easy to get really distracted with everything. So I just want to remind you guys that the most important thing is to come into your own power, to come into more awareness, become more conscious, and to move through our lives and trying the best we can to align with our own path. If we don't know how that path is or where that path leads, which most of us really don't know, at least not in great detail, we take one step at a time and following what feels like an expansion in the chest, what feels grounded in the body, because we're moving through our lives in the physical body. And so always bring what I'm saying, whether it's channeled or whether I'm sharing something that I have been experiencing, bring it into your body. See if it's something that resonates. Can it bring clarity to something that you have been experiencing, or a new perspective maybe on something. Sometimes for me, for example, I can be experiencing something and I have an idea of what it's about. It can have like sort of a feeling about it. And then maybe after some days, because it takes some time for it to integrate in the body and for the mind to catch up as to what's really going on. And then I might receive a message, channeled or just in communication with the team I'm working with, as to what has been going on, like happened a couple of days ago. And then I look at the message I've been receiving and I see, how does this really fit with what I've been experiencing? Is this what I've been experiencing, or is it something else? And a couple of days ago, I got clarity with the messages I then received on something that have been going on for like a month and a half, maybe, in my experience. And how it has developed. And it's always so good when you get this, like something clicks. Like now, yes, okay, I get it. I see that all of these things have been leading up to something that I now understand what is, but I didn't. When I experienced it, moving through it, I just had to put one foot in front one foot in front of the other, and just trust and move through the experience, not knowing what it was really about or what the reason was or where it was leading. Now I do have an understanding of it. Often when these messages are coming in, it gives a new perspective. It gives a broader understanding of what I've been going through, or what is actually happening with the experiences or new insights that are coming. It gives a bigger picture as to what's going on. What's challenging sometimes is that we want to know before we're really ready for it, because we want to control. So we try to analyze and we try to like figure out what's going on. And I have a gold medal in that. I've been trying to do that my whole life. Figure out, analyze, trying to understand things. And then we're using so much energy on trying to figure something out that will become clear at a point of divine timing, when we're really ready to know, or when we have experienced what we need to experience and something clicks. So staying open and trying to let go of that control to always know and always try to analyze and be in that control is important now and will be in the time coming, because we're really moving into a new chapter for many of us. We're moving into more action, which is what I've been talking about this summer as well in several videos, that from September there will be throughout the autumn more of us being in that masculine energy of taking action, of starting to really create what we want to see in the world. There will be many people awakening, and there has been a lot of templates that has been anchored, and that is now going to be more visible in the physical. Many people are shifting what they're doing in terms of work or service, and it's going to be a lot of forward movement, a lot of new creations coming into the physical. And what I've been receiving over the last days is that the masculine energy has been going through a massive purge. This purge has been about right now they're saying it's like a purge of, how can I explain this? It's almost like there's this shift of frequency, right? Which we're always doing, but this looks like quite of a big step. And so from moving from this to this, we have to purge everything that has been on this stage and everything before. So there can have been a lot of really old things coming up that has to do with the distorted masculine held within. And I'm first and foremost now talking about the masculine energy within one physical body. And then that it's affecting also the feminine within the same body. So this purge of the masculine energy has been a lot of maybe really old stuff suddenly coming up. Maybe a bit out of nowhere, or there can have been something in the patterns that we have, something maybe physical that has to do with a wound in the masculine energy, or caused by a masculine energy that has been triggered, that has come up. This is because everything connected to that distorted masculine energy needs to be purged. Like a final purge. Does this mean that we will never have a purge of any distorted masculine energy again, and that it's cleared forever? No. Does it mean that all that energy that has been on that, I don't like to call it level, but this stage or chapter of awareness that we have been in, of frequency? Yes. So it's like that final clearing and purge of that, to step into the next. In the next layer, There will be more, of course, at some point. We're always growing, expanding, but it's like really closing, like a, not only a chapter, but like this, a part of a book. That's how they're showing it to me. So it's quite big. It has to do with what has been held in that masculine energy, which has been preventing action. So the masculine energy is a lot about the structures, taking action, that safety, that protection, right? So anything that has to do with, for example, fears that are holding us back, or any wounds or traumas that are holding us back from taking action, has been purged, or anywhere, or any situation where there has been taken action from a place of the distorted masculine. So the distorted masculine energy playing out might have been resurfacing, and we have had to deal with that action that was taken. Might have been 3 days ago, might have been years ago, suddenly coming back. And it's because it's clearing, it's because it's purging, it's not because you are there again. That's really important. It's like the leftovers of that consciousness held in your field from what happened that is clearing out. Okay? Then what happens when this purge happens? Then the feminine energy has to realign. So when this is clearing, the masculine, the feminine has to sort of catch up with what is happening in the masculine energy. Then what has been happening with the feminine energy is that pattern of a distorted feminine, which is trying to control the masculine by manipulation. It's a very well-known pattern. We have all seen it playing out in the external. We have probably all played in it ourselves at some point, at some level. This is being cleared as well. So within your experience in your body, as that masculine energy is purging any action taken from that distorted energy, or any fears preventing the action. So all of this has to do with preventing action, because what we're going to step into now is the forward movement. It is taking action in order to create in the physical, right? So that's the bigger picture of what we're doing right now. The masculine energy, in order to have that pure creation that we want to see in the physical now, we don't want any more distorted creations of a distorted power dynamic or control that we have seen so much of. We have gained a new level of awareness. We are expanding in our awareness, in our consciousness, and we want to have more pure creations, reflecting where we have come as a species, where we are in frequency, right? So as these creations are going to be more pure, we need to really, really purge out what is distorted in that energy of taking action, in order for the creation not to carry that distortion. The frequency of that distortion needs to just be blown out, okay? Then the feminine energy as well, which has only been in this very distorted picture, right? This feminine energy has needed to manipulate in order to get her way. Because the masculine has the power, the control, right? She has needed to, or learned to go about it in different ways, by manipulation. So where you are doing this within yourself, has been coming up. That has been highlighted. So if you have something that has been going on, whether that's your own patterns, whether it's something old that has resurfaced, whether it's something that has been triggered in some external experience, or whether it has been even some physical experience in the body, look at what side of the body. The left side is the feminine, the right side is the masculine. Is there anything that can have to do with these energies? Anything that can be linked to something that has happened, or some fear of the forward movement, or the way you work with yourself, the thought patterns, the belief systems that reflects that dynamic, that really distorted dynamic. Because any pattern or any physical, whether it's a symptom, whether it's a thought pattern, whether it's a way you behave, whether it's emotions coming up, no matter how it's playing out, look at whether it can be this dynamic that is actually playing out. Because if we understand the symptom, no matter how it's playing out, in terms of the energetics, we can shift it really quickly. The masculine and the feminine energy is going to work together in a divine expression. This divine expression is going to make creations in this physical world. It's going to anchor frequencies that we haven't seen too much of on this planet. And it is starting, it has started. We will see a wave coming this autumn of new creations in the physical. A lot of art expressions, a lot of new corporations, people really coming out, really expressing much more, creating all different types of expressions and templates that people can step into, which then again in the next wave will make more creations. So anywhere where we're holding ourselves back, anywhere where we're having fear of taking action, of that forward movement, anywhere where there's a misalignment with either the staying open, being in that intuitive space of the feminine, that really soft, open, beautiful energy, or that masculine, grounded, forward movement, taking action without that control, that distorted power over something, but stepping into that alignment of both of those energies in our own empowerment, stepping forward to create. When we then start cooperating with other humans, with their masculine and feminine energies that are also more aligned and less distorted, in a more divine expression, we can come together and we can create magic. We can create things in a whole new frequency. And this is what's going to shift so much on this planet. It's unlocking creativity. So what I've been saying is that September till November, there's a lot that is going to be put into action. And all of this is going to continuously unlocking more creativity. Creativity about how to create new systems, ways to live, ways to assist people with whatever they need. Economy. I mean, there's so many, the educational system, the healthcare, all these really big institutions even though it might seem small what we're doing, it's all like these light nodes around the world with small creations. It might feel small, but then they're starting to come together. They're creating this new grid of creations. That's how they show it to me. It's like the new grid is in place, but then there will be there has been this huge purge of the masculine, and then this realignment, really uncomfortable for the feminine, because she's letting go of that control that she thinks she has because of the manipulation. They're stepping forward, and they're cleared, and they're recalibrating, and then these creations looks like this, almost like a new grid just on the top of the earth grid, which is really lighting up. In energy, it looks really beautiful. It's like this diamond light. It holds a whole different frequency, and it moves through several dimensional fields at the same time. I don't really know how to explain this well, because they're showing it to me now as I'm talking. And sometimes it's so difficult to put energy into words. But it's like this really beautiful diamond light grid of new creations right above, in the way they show it to me, the earth grid. And the sparkles are moving through dimensions. So what's coming sort of after this, when these creations are more and more what we live in? We're coming into a frequency, because we're really anchoring, like these creations are anchoring higher frequencies in the physical. So we are then starting to physically live and interact in these energies, in these frequencies, which then again is both reflecting and creating a connection through dimensions, which at some point, I don't know when, I really don't know any timeline, but at some point will make things look very different, in terms of the experience of different dimensions in the same field, almost, it looks like. But for now, really focus on not making it wrong. If you have been experiencing anything that has to do with that dynamic, know that it is a purge, know that it is a recalibration, a realignment, in order to step into an energy where you can have a more pure creation. It's all for that creation, which is really what we are creating our world with in the time coming. They keep bringing me back to that feeling of something preventing the taking action in the masculine. So if you find yourself still in that, like there's something holding me back, like I'm having some fear of moving forward, I have maybe these ideas, but I don't really know if I can, like really look at it. Try to weed out that fear, and we will never be, well, never be, that's a belief I shouldn't put out there. We will experience fears, but the fears are a reflection of the past, that we're just trying to keep ourselves safe in the future. So in my experience, when I've been doing something new, I haven't really felt completely ready to do it. but I move forward with my fear. When the fear is like to a level where it's debilitating and it's really stopping me, I need to look at that fear. What is that fear telling me? What am I really afraid of? And I need to start just unwinding it and then keep moving forward. That's a huge theme right now. I hope this is helpful for you guys. I thank everyone who's liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. It really helps the message to come out. Thank you to everyone commenting. I really appreciate reading your comments and that you're taking your time to share. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Hope you're doing well. Take really good care of yourself, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.